Alright, hello and good luck, G-Spa13, who's mulled to 6. We're going to keep this hand. We have a 2-drop, even though it doesn't really do much at 2, and then a 4 and a 5. We have 4 lands, we do what we want to do, and we're on the draw, so we might be able to draw one of our many. Yeah, I have great luck. That is funny. He's saying because he had to mulligan a whole bunch. Alright, let's focus on this game here. And hey, that's a pretty nice pickup. Hey, Sealock Monster is a 5/5 for 5. That is awesome. We're playing against a really nice color combination, one that I happen to love. Green, blue. But we also happen to have a deck that's going to be able to play very well against it. I didn't mind running the Shipwreck Singer into a possible counterspell like my Stymied Hopes. Tends not to happen, and actually that's perfectly fine with what my hand is right now. And until my opponent sees that I'm not particularly in need to make that an issue. Probably should have played the island instead of the swamp to represent multiple counterspells. I'm now not representing the double blue counterspell, which is a bummer. Next turn, we'll probably just play Shelly on turn 4. No need to get greedy to try to bestow on the Shipwreck Singer since they don't have another play. Time to feed. Takes out my Shipwreck Singer, and my opponent's able to hit me for 2, but that's okay. Honestly, I'm glad Time to Feed is taking out the Shipwreck Singer versus like Shelly or something. Because right now, Shelly's still going to be able to bash in. And only taking 2 points of damage is not as nasty as other options. And now, since we're going to have our 5th mana, we have quite a bit of great things coming online soon. We'll probably run the Sealock Monster out first. See if my opponent has a way to deal with that. And then we'll go ahead and have the Keepsake Gorgon online. Mainly, and that's just because Sealock Monster can attack. If my opponent wasn't playing islands, then I would play the Keepsake Gorgon for more relevancy. Well, my opponent's putting up a pretty good fight considering the mulligan action that had gone down. So, you know, that definitely works. And I don't have any way to get rid of this Reverend Hunter, so I can't be attacking in with the Sealock Monster right now. We will be able to do it with Keepsake Gorgon in a turn or 2. But my opponent's out of gas, I've got tons of gas, and that's what happens when your opponent mulligans to 5 on the, or to 6, was it 5 or 6? But definitely mulligan at least to 6, right? Yeah, mull to 5, and is also on the play, so. I'm fine with throwing out the Gorgon here and using Marauder to allow other guys to bash in. I am going to attack with the Sealock Monster if my opponent wants to blow a hand. No, because I'm 1 turn away from this guy being just kind of insane, and I'm fine just waiting. Yeah, there's really no reason to. Okay, no counterspell there. Cryptad, okay. Opponent's just trying to stay alive, take pressure off. Keeps me off of an island, that's for sure. And my opponent's still just whiffing. Little bit of land action there. And I'm fine with replaying exactly what I just played and passing the turn again. My opponent didn't draw anything worth playing at the moment. This is great. This allows us to attack in with everything and then just react to whatever my opponent does. Could be another bounce spell here, but we'll still get to at least knock a dude out. Okay. I do get to have that back. And my opponent does at least, I mean, I'm still at least trading here, so that's like okay with me. What else you got? That works. Ooh, now we have stymied hopes, of course. I think we just do the Gorgon again and then have stymied hopes up to counter anything stupid. Problem is the Benthic Giant does attack, but then I get to deal with that pretty easily in the near future. And it's nice having stymied hopes up, even though my opponent could just have, like, you know, another Voyage's End or something, and then stymied hopes does nothing, but hey, it's a thing. Ooh! And that's exactly why this is not going to be awesome. So there are a bunch of dudes now. Not the hardest thing to deal with, but certainly things to deal with. What do I want to do? So I kill Master of Waves, make my guy huge. It allows me to bash in with a lot, maybe? Well, my opponent's hanging in. That's probably not going to do a whole lot. Happy to keep playing lands out because I can do this and now stymied hopes or something, and that's pretty alright. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Burnished Heart can block something, but do I care about if it blocks anything? Probably not, especially because I have a follow-up, so that's okay. I could leave stymied hopes up, but for the most part, I'm assuming my opponent just isn't going to be able to do anything, so. This does show my opponent more cards, but I actually have things that are relevant in my library, so that's fine. Or relevant, you know, I have the Night Howler, which makes this like actually kind of like better. So, and with the Mnemonic Wall, I can like read the bones back. Probably not going to do that in this game, but it's an option. And there we go. My opponent just had enough. And plus, after drawing 3 cards, it's like, what are you going to do? But still, you got to give props to the fact that I wasn't able to close out that game particularly swiftly, despite my opponent not being able to do much with a mold of 5. What do I think is going to be good? Probably not a whole lot. I mean, my sideboard options are fairly weak. I think my 2-drops are perfectly fine for my opponent's trying to do. I don't think the Viper's Kiss is going to be really insane, so yeah, we'll keep the same way. We're missing anything good. So yes, we're gonna mulligan this. We're going to mulligan this guy. All right, she's on the other foot this time. This is a very nice mold of 5, though. I'll put the turn Phalanx down first over Baleful Eidolon. Because, you know, you can always hang on to these as maybes for Bestow. And I don't think the point of damage or 2 that I might be getting in is going to be particularly relevant. Actually, now that I have the island, it's even better with Return Phalanx, because Return Phalanx I can start bashing in with as well. But that being said, I'm still just going to progress the board. And I think Baleful Eidolon is going to be good just by itself. And I'd rather do that than wait until turn 5 to put it on something. I didn't feel the need to like spend my entire turn attacking in for 2. Defenses up is what my deck wants to be doing. Okay. So my opponent could have a flash creature, so I'm not saying I want to do Return Phalanx, and I'm happy to play Disciple with 4 devotions. Is this a counter? Ooh, a Griptide. Okay, that's great for me. Let my opponent use the Griptide just to avoid me seeing 1 extra card. Master of Waves I don't care about. Nessie and Asp I do care about. And gosh, there's 2 better cards than Nessie and Asp in my opponent's hand, so that's a wee bit scary. Oh, another Asp. Well, that would make sense. But we still have our Baleful Eidolon to deal with that. It won't do a whole lot against us. That's perfectly fine. I think we'll go ahead and just suit up one of our dudes. Which one do I want? Do I want a 2/4 that I don't have to tap mana for? Or do I want a 4/4? I think I'm more willing to put on the Disciple, because I'm fine with that guy dying quicker, because I'm kind of just probably do a block, hang on to the Baleful Eidolon for afterwards, whereas I kind of want the Return Phalanx to stick around. And it can already do some relevant blocks, whereas right now the Disciple Phoenix is probably not going to be super relevant. I'm not going to attack in. I'm not on the aggressive side. And that's just 2 points against 4, or probably more with the monstrosity. Ooh, and a Nemesis Immortals. That's a good card too. So Baleful Eidolon's going to do the trick here quite a bit. Shipwreck Singer, also very nice. We can start clearing the way. No need to play Demonic Wall now. We might get some value if we get like Scry the Bones or something going. I think I will go ahead and force a trade here, start getting the board clear. I like that idea before monstrosity happens. So we'll probably take the Nemesis out first, since it gets better if I kill another creature. Because it takes 8 to go right now. Ooh, and a Time to Feed. Let's see. In response, I still want to activate this. And have target creature my opponent attacks this turn if able. I'm doing 1 point of damage to it right now. I don't think there's any way I can like kill it without using the Baleful Eidolon, but I can't really, because it's 4. So yeah, we'll make the Nemesis attack. one more card and we're going to be getting there. But we're right now just passing the turn, keeping defense, and see who breaks the stalemate. Thassa's Bounty should help get there with enough life with a mnemonic wall and to bounce it back where things could actually be very good. If not, if, you know, this Baleful Eidolon sticks around. Having Grip Tides and Voyages end against us means this Baleful Eidolon could get removed pretty quickly. Or we get the Flyer online, and now we're taking quite a bit of damage. Alright, and then next turn we take even more. So we do want to get rid of it soon. Can't do much about it at the moment, so we'll attack in for one. There's probably no haste. So we're taking 10 next turn, down to 4. That's scary, but luckily we're going to target ourselves. See what else we can get, maybe with the mnemonic wall. Ooh, Baleful Eidolon's a great pull there. Should be F6, huh? Did I play a land this turn? Pretty sure I did. Yeah, because that's how I was able to cast the bounty. So we need to deal with a flyer. Keepsake Organ is nice to do that, but it I can't pull it out with the mnemonic wall, and I'm not going to have time for any of that. So it looks like we're not able to get back from this mole to 5, despite having a pretty sweet hand. Or this mole, was it a 5? Yeah, it was to 5. Ooh, that's kind of okay. I think it's all we can do. This isn't a flying, right? No. So I have outs. We have to hopefully draw them right now. And we have one of those outs. So we definitely want to draw you. Do I want a Blood Toll Heartbeat? It's going to put me down to 1 life. I don't think I can afford that, despite the fact that I really want a flyer. But I might need it, because I'm going to bounce the apps, and there's going to be 2 in. Yeah, fortunately I need it. Which is scary. Super duper scary. But for now, it's what we've got to do. And I'm definitely going to hang on to the Baleful Eidolon to play the Blood Toll Heartbeat, and then the Eidolon on top of it the following turn, and then hope that we get there. So for now, that's it. Oh, shoot. I should have made that guy able to attack. I'm representing Griptide, though, also, so you never know. I'm going to go ahead and Voyage's End right now, because it allows my opponent... I have to do it on attacks anyway? No, but then my opponent can attack him with Nimbus Naiad. Never mind. There we are. So I just totally signaled what I was planning on doing, but I mean, it's not like it's going to change what my opponent's going to do, so I guess that's okay. Opponent attacks in. Ooh. I think I will put that on top, because I have all the mana I need. That allowed me to turn the Asp into something completely irrelevant. Oh, I forgot about that guy. That's kind of important, considering I'm planning on going down to 1 right now. Will I have enough defense for that? I wonder, I wonder. I'll have 1, 2, 3. There'll be 4 attackers. No, I will not have enough defense. I still need to be able to deal with this flyer, though. So because of that, what do? I turn... So we're going to have to fire off the Curse of Swine on these 2 dudes to get rid of the elementals, and then see what happens after that. 1, 2, I'll have 4 mana left. I don't want to play the Harpy, though, if I don't have to. So maybe just, like, hang on after that. Guess we'll see. Am I ever going to be able to win this game? I'm at 2 life. I guess we just play another Eidolon. My opponent has another way to get a flyer out, then I'm kind of screwed, but I think I just need more defense because 1 bounce kills me. So I need something out here. And then I'm going to take a Mnemonic Wall to get a Voyage's End back on the following turn. We just might start getting there. I don't anticipate winning, being at 2, my opponent at 21, but you never know. And this is exactly why I wanted to make sure you get the Eidolon out, because at least this way we will be able to block. It sucks that the Eidolons are going to have to eat these boars, and then we're going to be really stuck against this Asp, but I can't do anything about that at the moment. We're staying alive. Come on. Block. Thank you. Thank you, computer. I appreciate that. Here comes the Asp. We'll draw our little dork dude. Do I have enough mana to 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, only 8 mana at the moment. So my opponent knows about Voyage's End. That's not exactly, like, awesome, but I don't think it really matters. Scrying will actually be quite relevant. So I can trade the Mnemonic Wall, but there's really no point. We'll do the block and then bounce. That's in the event my opponent has a counter spell. And at least we got a Scry. And Griptide. I mean, it helps us stay alive, and we can play with some of our other dudes, so yeah, we'll hang on to it. It's as close to removal as we have, since we don't have, like, Sip of Hemlock, but keeping that Asp off of me is just, like, a nightmare. My opponent can play it again, and all this fun stuff. But we'll be able to get the return Phalanx out. We just need to find a permanent solution. Is going down to 1 much more different than being at 2? Not really right now, against what my opponent has. Oh, but then I can't do Griptide. Never mind. At this point, I need to start paying attention to time, because I really think I'm just hanging on and not really likely to win this game, and I've been playing way slower than my opponent, so I might just have to, you know, make a couple of random-ish type mistakes here. Same deal. We'll do the block, and then do the Griptide. Then after that, F6. Oh, and more life. Should have played the Harpy. I already decided last turn that there's really no difference in being at 1 life against this kind of deck, so I should have just had it out. Camera Lampet is nice. I don't have enough. I thought it was 5, so whoopsies. And maybe doing 4 points of damage in the air is going to be enough to get there. This guy's going to become 9, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I do just block with everything. It's pretty much the only way I win, right? And if my opponent has anything, then my opponent has things. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Goodbye, mnemonic wall. Adios. Can't be making those kind of mistakes when I am this far behind. On time, I should say. Oh. Okay. Do you have a way to deal with that? No. So I'm just going to say I'm dead and move on to the next game since I'm low on time. Even though there certainly was one more. No, Blue Kronos would have killed me with all the mana out. Yeah, I was going to get it anyway. Alright. 2 games where each one of us went down to 5 and then kind of was able to stick it out for a while, but not able to get back in it in any way, shape, or form. Really worried about all the big dudes coming around. I don't have great ways to deal with them, though. But now that I've seen more monstrosity stuff, I think Viper's Kiss is going to be much more important. And I'm sure there's cards that don't matter in this deck. In this build, at least. I happen to think THS Bounty is way too slow for what's going on. Even though I was able to fire it off these turns, and it was fine. I think with what I want to do, I don't want THS Bounty. Could be right then to take Mnemonic Wall out instead. What would I rather have, Mnemonic Wall or THS Bounty? Both are kind of blah. Summon Hope should still be good. I think I'd rather Mnemonic Wall for the possible upside of getting back one of the few cards that are going to be pretty relevant. Yeah, I like that. I do want to play first. I'll keep. It's not insane, but definitely a keep. I'll play the Marauder on turn 3, even though it's kind of a nice finisher, but we can get that out, maybe trade with something early and get a Night Howler going. And then we'll be able to put the Disciple online soon enough. We'll leave up our Stymied Hopes here, though we don't plan on that being anything particular. Oh, actually, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll do Read the Bones for sure. Much better than the Marauder here. I want 1 land to get to 4, and then everything else we can cast. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Time to time. Reverend Hunter as a 2/2 for 3. You know what, dude? It just so happens I also have 1 such card, which I'm just going to play out as it is, and then get an extra card on my opponent with the Disciple later. Right? Is that what I want to do? I could just do Griptide and then Mnemonic Wall, but Griptide on this guy, I actually kind of want him just to be a 2/2. Yeah. And I'm looking to go defensive, so I'm not going to be attacking. I'll go ahead and trade off. Get Night Hauler going. I'll probably do Mnemonic Wall with Read the Bones. I think that's going to be a pretty sweet game plan. Get some defense online. Read the Bones is kind of what I want. But I could just hang on to it considering I have Griptide and Curse of the Swine, which will be very nice moving forward. But I love using my mana so well. And because of Night Howler, I'm actually okay trying to trade aggressively. This could be a combat trick easily, but I'm okay with that. So is my opponent, who seems to have nothing. Ooh, having Stymied Hopes is nice, but I don't have any 3-drop, except for Night Howler. I don't really want to play it as just a 1/1. even though it does get bigger. No, oh, it's a 2/2 actually. Yeah, because the bestow is just too awesome. I will do mnemonic wall into read the bones, use all my mana up. If my opponent wants to grip tie that, that's fine. At this point, it's going to be a card advantage game. I just need to make sure I don't lose out on time, because this will go for a while. Nemesis Immortals, okay. Would have been nice to have Stymied Hopes there, but hey, look, we just ripped an amazing card. So we'll just start, you know, going back and forth with big old beats. Probably take 5 from the Nemesis here. Take 7. We have ways to deal with that, though. So if I were to do 4, that's not really awesome. I do Grip Tide and keep Stymied Hopes up. My opponent's going to know I have that. That's actually okay. Otherwise, I could do 4 and keep Stymied Hopes, but yeah, I just need to deal with the fly right now. So we're going to go ahead and Grip Tide that and then maintain our Stymied Hopes. Yep, that's the game plan. Means I got to attack in with Keepsake Gorgon. Then I'll have to figure out what to do with the Nimbus Naiad. It'll probably end up being a Curse of Swine. I don't want to pay 3 mana to remove flying off of a Naiad, but we'll see. Could just be I rip a land and then... It'd be great if I could Stymied Hopes, counter something big, and then ensure that I get a land in order to fire off the Keepsake Gorgon next turn. We'll be in pretty good shape. Unfortunately, this is an asp, so I can do nothing about it, but it does mean that Curse the Swine is pretty much guaranteed to be gotten right now. I do have the Viper's Kiss, but I can put that on the other big guy. So we're going to go ahead and do this right now. It is a bummer that I don't have a follow-up for it. Curse the Swine, those guys. And keep our defense online and pass the turn. Kind of a nombo here, Curse the Swine with Night Howler. I mean, I'm fine with Night Howler just putting like, you know, +2/+2 on something and then getting huge later. That's a-okay with me. Here comes that Nemesis. Baleful Eidolon, very good as well. Let's go ahead and fire off our Disciple now. See what my opponent has, the last 2 cards. Remove the one that really matters. I actually don't care about any of these, I want to get rid of Grip Tide. And then we'll keep Stymied Hopes up instead of playing the Baleful Eidolon. Even though my opponent doesn't really have anything to where I'm really looking to Stymied Hope it. But in case something big is rocked. More importantly, I want Baleful Eidolon to be bestowed on Disciple of Phoenix. Maybe the Night Howler will be. We'll see. And yeah, I'm actually okay with Keepsake Gorgon just trading here. It's a big dude that I need to get out of the way, and I have nice follow-ups with Baleful and Night Howler, so that's cool. Could have been right just to do Viper's Kiss on it then. But I don't want to be taking 5 anyway right now. Release Disciple, gain some life. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. Now I think it's definitely time to bestow our dude on our Disciple, which makes him nice and big and blockable as a huge dude. And then we'll play one Baleful Eidolon normally, and we'll probably bestow the other Baleful Eidolon on it as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not able to attack the Disciple yet, but our defenses are up. I'm more worried about time right now, because our hand is pretty awesome. Wave Crash dude is a dude. There we go. Our Baleful Islands are really starting to come online now. We'll first start off with a Viper's Kiss here. And then I will go ahead and tack in with our Disciple. So you're getting huge chunks of damage out. And then, I mean, I might as well just put a Baleful Eidolon on a Baleful Eidolon just to get, like, value from it, right? But that doesn't really matter. We'll put a Baleful Eidolon on a Mnemonic Wall. It's just never going to die then. Let's read Bones. I'll keep Voyage's End up actually now, instead of having another Baleful Eidolon fight, even though I'm probably going to want it. Yep. Allow me to start doing some trades and blocks and whatnot. If nothing else, Voyage's End just removes them. There's a Sealock monster, okay, which can be attacking, but we have the Baleful Eidolons to deal with. And I might just want to Voyage's End it at the end of turn so we can get another huge hit in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Cavern Lamphid is nice. Opponent's trying to jump here. I'm paying attention to time. We're able to attack in for 8 next turn. Comes that guy. We have our Eidolons. Flyers are scary. We should be okay. I'm going to bestow the Eidolon in order just to get more power online with my Intimidate dude. Something that flies, super duper scary. Like another nymph or something, that would be very bad. Burnished Heart. Bad because of the timing right now, since I really need to be killing my opponent somewhat quickly. I should not be making such silly mistakes here. The opponent has no cards in hand, so I can F6. Since all I'm doing is attacking with my my dude, which my opponent can't pump. My opponent can block with Burnished Heart. Not too sure why I didn't, but whatever. Must not have realized. Oh, I guess, yeah. Oh. Guess they don't want to make a trade? Or do the chump? Not too sure. Alright. Scared of flying. Super duper scared of flying. F16 because of time. That's nice to have. deserves the block. Guess my opponent just wanted to have value off of it. That makes sense. Our Death Touch dudes have strong defense, and we are able to close the game out in 3 turns. So if my opponent doesn't have answers to that, then we're good. Assume a monstrosity happens. Yep. Really need this Cavern Lamp bid. Might have been better to have bestowed it onto my big dude. Especially because I was concerned about time. I should be paying attention to Monstrosity-ing, my Sealock monster. But with time being an issue, I'm not particularly concerned with it. Next turn we can try to go all in, even if my opponent does attack here. Probably not a good idea. Polukronos. Makes my opponent use an extra mana, and allows me to scry. Because right now my opponent is going to be doing this fight thing. Shit, I should have 6. Oh no! Dang it, I didn't want to have 6. I wanted to do my Sealock monster, because now I'm going to die. So this guy is going to eat my Cavern Lamp bid, but that does mean it's going to kill Polukronos. So there's hope. So how many is he taking out right now? Can only do it to 2 creatures, or deal 2 damage. It doesn't kill the Cavern Lamp bid, right? Which was the whole point of getting him to pay an extra... Oh no, there's this extra one. Dude, dang it. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. It can do 3 damage. It will kill. And you can divide it up. It has to go all here. Polukronos dies. That's just so I don't forget about it, since I clearly have nothing else to do. I'm exactly lethal if my opponent has nothing in hand. And then I have that guy as backup. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go for it now. Because we have our backup guys. Here's the trust that my opponent doesn't have anything insane. But does. Breaching Hippocamp. That's bad. We do get to clear the board, though, of a couple of stuff, but my opponent has very nice blocks here. Does put my opponent down to 1, which means main attacks aren't going to be great, but I have to be able to win here in the very near future. This guy eats something. The Death Touch dudes all eat stuff. Not that they're majorly relevant, but they're things. And then we should have our flyer to close out the game. Ooh, and train tactics. That's interesting. If they don't on tap. Come on. Alright. So, if my opponent attacks in with both, could just be a bluff. I'm not going to block. If my opponent has a pump, then I think I'm going to lose, and more likely it's how I'm going to lose, then I have a win on board with Shipwreck Singer. So that's just kind of how I feel I win this game. Oh wait, there's the reach. Ugh. I should have made the Nessian Mass attack. Ah, I'm playing too fast. That was stupid. I had to win there. Could have forced Nessian Mass to attack. Now I am going to lose. Not necessarily, but it's going to be very difficult for me. Bounce? No. Attack in with just those guys? Not so much. Okay. We're going to 6 this. Then we are going to force the Nessian Mass to attack. Oh, this is a way to kill some. Oh, another reach guy, of course. "38 seconds. 38 seconds." Oh, I should have made the Sea Lock Monster attack too. God, I'm gonna lose because of time and because I'm being stupid. If I made him attack, I get my Disciple back this turn. Yay! Emissary. I'm playing dumb now. In case you haven't noticed. Yes. Come on. Gotta win in 24 seconds. That's the key right now. We have the win. We can do this. I'm not even going to bother doing the Shipwreck Singer again, because we'll have 3 lethal creatures on board. This is going to eat one of them. And I just don't want to... I'm going to lose the time more than anything else. Because I'm playing slappily because of the pressure of time. Oh my gosh, what do you have? Voyage is in. Okay. I'm still going to keep F6ing. I still have lethal on the table. Now, I have to make the Sea Lock Monster attack, right? Yeah. Or the Leaf Crown Dryad, sorry. Now we have 6. What else is there? A Vaporkin. Of course there's a Vaporkin. But we're going to go ahead and F6. Attack with everything. And hope that oh, we got it. Yeah, we did get it. Good. So my opponent has no cards in hand. Well, this game should have ended forever ago. Due to my sloppiness, it did not. Luckily, I was still able to pull myself out of it, despite being ridiculously lame.